Chase Center.
When the limelight hits you.
That hits. That beat still hits.
Oh, Cali?
That beat hits
Yeah,
hard.
baby, you know we got to get this paper.
This album was released in 1997 today.
Wow.
Really?
Ready to Die.
So, hey,
Wow.
the song with Bone Thugs still nice.
Oh.
It's Bone and Biggie.
It's Bone and Biggie.
Hey,
Biggie.
this one,
Straight
though?
up, we know Angel Dust. Label us notorious.
Yes, look at you.
Oh, man, everybody do that flow.
Hey, when Puffy hits him with the phone call at the beginning of this.
Oh, yeah.
Tell your girl, write this down and remember something. Flight 504, leaving Kennedy to LAX. Oh, Cali?
Cali?
Yeah,
And
baby, you know we got to get this paper.
You know what's funny is
That is a great intro. Come on,
because
That's all time.
because what I'm going to get to here is Duke's Instagram page. I was looking at all the men's basketball teams' Instagram page to see how they wanted to see the city.
Yeah,
and Duke used this beat coming in like we're going back to Cali, and they had Chase Center with the blimp view. They showed the cable cars. They showed the park. They showed USF. They showed all that stuff. And then Arkansas had their own little beat, and they all played like Cali type jingles. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, this is pretty cool, man.
Muscleman apparently they said it on the broadcast, but Muscleman I guess took them on a trolley on a cable car.
On a cable car, he took them on a.
Can I freely admit something?
What?
Your boy ain't never really been on a cable car.
Yeah?
The only cable car I've been on is the one out at center field at AT&T Park, Pac Bell, Oracle, whatever the hell it's called these days. Have you been on a cable car?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you in a second. My bad, Carl 925. It is Life After Death, not Ready to Die. For some reason, I thought it was Ready to Die.
the first one.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's Life After
Did
Death.
I miss that?
No. Text line, Comcast Business text line,
They
Twitch
all
and
over.
YouTube. They won't miss it.
They're coming for the neck.
No, they won't miss it. But no, so when I worked at Cobb's Comedy Club, sometimes I had I would get a fast pass through college. And if anybody doesn't know what a fast pass is, it's a bus pass that gets you on any bus for free, basically.
Okay, how much was it when you first started buying fast passes?
Oh, man. Well, when I was a youth, it was like $5.
Yeah, so it started off at 5,
Right.
and then it went to 8. And
it
8
went
was
to
a
8,
big deal.
And 8 was a huge deal.
And then it went, what is it now? I got to look this up. You keep going.
All right, yeah, because I remember when it cost 35 cents to get on a bus as a youth. Then it started going up to 75 cents.
And it was 20 cents to dial a payphone?
Right,
and
exactly.
You had everybody's house number
everybody's
memorized?
house number memorized. And so you're getting on Fast Pass, and then you get the adult pass, which used to be $35, but the adult pass would allow you not only to get on Muni for free, but it allowed you to get on BART within the city for free. And you just put in your Fast Pass to get on BART from, say, Balboa Park down in Embarcadero. How much are they?
Oh, my God, bro. Okay, so now I'm looking at the Clipper cards right now. Clipper card is a convenient and secure way to manage your Bay Area transit fares and transfer in an easy-to-use, all-in-one reloadable card. It's acceptable in Muni, BART, AC Transit, Caltrain, Samtrans, VTA, Golden Gate Transit, the Ferry, SF Bay Ferry, and 14 other transit services. Right now, an M-Pass includes the cable car, $81 a month.
Oh, my gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot.
$81. I remember we used to get them, and you would be like, your fast pass from the month before would be good for the first couple of days of the next month, and you'd swoop up somebody's that they drop on the ground, and you'd use their fast pass for the first couple of days. But how about when your transfer, when they would tear your transfer?
Oh, yeah.
And you'd be like, hey, can you give me that extra hour?
Right, give me that
Come
extra
on, OG,
hour.
Give me that extra
and then,
hour.
like, you get on the transfer and you cover the bottom up just to be like, hey, here you go.
Yeah, look at
and they'd be
you.
like, well, oh, come on. We
These
do
guys
all the
don't
tricks.
know-
Of the
Do they
don't
have
know
any
anything.
idea what we're talking
They
about?
have no
Not
idea
a
what we're
clue.
talking about.
I would
No
hop the
idea.
BART lines. That's what I would do.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, everyone
I mean, I
hopped
know
over.
what a Clipper card is, if that's what you're asking.
No, but like, you guys know what a transfer is?
Yes. Like what transfer? Yes, transferring from a public transportation
no.
to public transportation.
No, there was a little thing they would give you. This little,
paper.
like, it was like a
Paper
newspaper
transfer.
receipt.
Yeah, it was
like
real
this little
flimsy.
tiny receipt.
And every
they'd
day
tear
it'd be
it
a
off.
different color.
Yeah.
It'd be like orange, purple,
Yeah.
green, whatever.
I'm so
and like
old.
sometimes
old.
a bus driver would be feeling good, and he'll give you a transfer that never expires throughout the day.
Yeah, those
and that
were
was
the
the money.
OGs.
That was gold.
Those were the OGs.
That was gold. So, and then sometimes you had to sneak in the back.
Were you on that 91 Al?
Oh man, I've done it all.
That 91?
I've done it all.
Or that 88 ballpark?
I've done it all. The 88 ballpark I miss those ballpark.
Me too.
buses.
Well, the 28X
Right.
was the one that was on jam.
I missed those.
And
I
then the
missed those
29.
buses.
I lived on the 29. I don't know about you, but
Yeah,
I
you were on the
lived
29 Sunset. I lived on the 22 Fillmore.
It came all the way through the Excelsior.
Right.
It was 43-29.
Yeah, no, I used to get it. My bus was the 22 Fillmore. When I went to Herbert Hoover Middle School,
Yeah.
I would get on a 6 Parnassus.
Oh, you were
sometimes,
6?
Yeah, I was a 6.
So you had the line up above you.
Right, I had the line up above me, and then we get off at the top of the hill, walk down to Herbert Hoover, or we get on the 43 to Forest Hill,
Masonic,
then hop on the
baby, let's go.
hop on the El Taravel, going to City College. You always got on the 43.
Yes. What about a little 36 when the 43 wasn't coming?
Oh, the 36 Teresita?
Yeah.
I hated that bus because they would only come like every 40
Never.
minutes.
Yeah, you see like 3 in the other direction.
And there'd be like
then
5 people on that
it's the
bus.
worst.
The 44
I
O'Shaughnessy.
took a lot of the 15 growing
Yeah,
up.
the 15-3rd. Yeah. No, I sat in the front when I got on the 15-3rd, man. You
Well,
heard us points
middle.
kids,
I got the middle section.
Yeah.
That's where I'd sit. The middle
Yeah, no,
section.
'cause
if
you
you
always
get it
wanna-
on the back, because you know
Right,
the middle section
right,
had
right,
the
yeah,
good
the middle
seats
section was
where it would
fun.
turn.
In
If you were
Judah?
sitting in the back, it was sketch.
I was an in Judah kid as well, man.
About
So
14. I got a lot of 14s in my day. You know,
every
your
now and
brother's on
then,
the mission.
I wasn't a big 14
Yeah,
guy.
49 and 14 because they get you up and down Mission Street
Yeah.
all the way to South Van Ness.
Oh, and,
so you know that helped.
And you know what? This is the perfect segue to what we want to discuss next. 415. The best is to take the Muni Ballpark Express to Candlestick to watch the
you.
Niners.
Thank you.
Thanks to Jed, that's no longer happening. And Mauser, who's filling in for Sam Lutman, Sam Lutman is shoe shopping right now. He'll be back on Monday. We still got Langford here. But Ryan Mauser does a great job running our Twitch and YouTube. And even though he's a Seahawks fan, we accept him here at 95.7 The Game. He brought up a great question.
Yeah, he came in. He busted the door
busted
in. The
in. He
studio.
goes, guys, I got a great question for you. I was like, well, it better be great. It actually turned out to be great, I believe. If you were a fan from another region, how high up is Levi's on your list of stadiums to visit? And Shasky and I both looked at each other and was like, damn, that is a great question.
Yeah.
Because we watch other games in other stadiums, like we pointed
In
out
other
SoFi.
sports.
Lambeau Field.
Yes.
You know, you brought up Fenway Park.
Yeah.
I've been to
It
Fenway
was a
Park.
pilgrimage. I had to
to
go.
do it.
I had to do it.
New Yankee Stadium, I had to do it.
Yeah.
Camden Yards, I had to do it.
I feel you.
You know, for some reason, the Marlins Stadium was like, you know, I'm in Miami. I kind of got to do
Dodger
it.
Stadium.
Dodger
It's
Stadium.
one of
You
the
gotta
oldest
do it.
stadiums in the country. I think it's the oldest in the National League. Well,
Yep.
second oldest to Wrigley in the National League. You got to do it at some point in your life, right?
Yep, no doubt. Petco Park, got to do it. I still got to get up to safe.
Petco is so sick.
I got to get up to Safeco.
love Petco.
I got to get up to Safeco to Seattle with that
Yeah.
retractable dome
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, T-Mobile Park now. But like other fans from other regions, how do they look at Levi Stadium? Is that a destination for other fan bases?
That's a great question. I think going to because I've seen people downtown for like big games, and they're like, "Oh, we went to Napa on Thursday. We rented a car, and then we're staying in downtown San Francisco, and we're going to take a streetcar. I mean, we're going to take a rental car, all the way down to San Jose to watch the game on Sunday." I think it's more of a trip to California, a trip to the Bay Area, a trip to San Francisco than it is I have to go to that stadium. Because you're referencing like Camden Yards. You didn't go to Baltimore.
Right.
You went to go to Camden Yards.
You want to go Camden Yards
Right? Like it's not like you're going to the
Yep.
McCormick factory, right? I mean, what else did they do in Baltimore? I'm trying like
Yeah.
blue shell crab.
Yeah, blue shell crab cakes. But yeah, I remember going out of
Right.
Camden Yards. You make a right lane, you're like, ooh, we got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, well-
it was like their version of the Tenderloin.
Exactly. And I don't know. For me, like Fenway was one of those ones like I have to go. Like
Yeah.
I have to
Had
go.
to make it happen.
And I went to the first ever Giants Red Sox matchup in 2007 in the regular season, and it was one of the most glorious things of all time. And then taking the streetcar to go full effect here, taking a streetcar. Well, I don't know what they call their streetcar, but that's what I
It's
call
pretty
it.
cool. Their Charlie's is pretty
It's
cool.
dope.
In the subway,
It is so dope.
It is pretty
and
cool.
You get out and you
Yep.
come out on that
Dude.
whole entire area, and everybody's selling tickets. This is back in the day of like, I got 2 tickets here.
Yeah.
I got 2 tickets here. And all
they
the
still
Boston
do that.
slang.
Oh, they still do that.
Yeah, it's not
They
like
still
out
do it.
here
It's
where
not
everyone's
like
StubHubbing out in front.
Right. No. And I was lucky enough to go to Fenway Park when Cespedes made his Red Sox debut.
That's a sick.
Against the New York Yankees
That's
in
sick.
Jeter's last season.
That's sick.
Jeter's last season as a Yankee. So I was like, man,
So you saw a Yankee Red Sox game.
I saw a Yankee Red Sox
That's
game.
incredible.
Which was unbelievable. Mark Teixeira hit a bomb over the Green Monster.
Text bomb?
A text message from Teixeira.
Any fights at the game?
Oh,
I didn't see any fights.
Bro, Giants, Red Sox, to this day, all of San Francisco and the Bay Area was there. The Friday night game the Giants got blown out in, I swear to God, 15,000 ejections in that game.
Wow.
Fights left and
Yeah,
right. This is
that's-
when they let you in for batting practice, and Bonds was putting on a show in batting
And
practice.
people were fighting for balls.
Bro, it was going off all
Yeah.
night. And then everybody wanted to sit in that one seat, the Ted Williams seat out in right field,
Mm-hmm.
and Insane. The next day, sundress conditions, Damon Bruce. It was super hot. Manny Ramirez hit a home run off Matt Cain in the 8th inning. Daisuke Matsuzaka went 8 innings.
Daisuke was electric. I remember watching that game.
Was sick. They were wearing the Karate Kid outfits, in the stands.
I remember watching that game on TV. It was a Fox game.
And then Wakefield served up a bomb to Bonds on day 3 Sunday.
So 831 with another great question on the Comcast Business Text line. You guys are obviously city boys. If someone were to claim they're from San Francisco, what questions should I ask about the city to verify their statement? I always go Muni Bus.
Oh, that too.
I go Muni Bus, school.
Or neighborhood. Like, what neighborhood did you grow up in?
I would say you could rank them 1, 2, 3, however you rank them. School, Muni Bus, neighborhood. I always go, what bus do you used to catch?
Yeah.
Because then they'd be like, oh, well, now some kids didn't have to take the bus. Their parents would drop them off. So what school did you go to?
Yeah,
that was always my second one.
Or what park you played for.
Oh,
right? That was always like, if you really wanted to drill
down. What park
down,
you played? Yeah.
Were you at Diamond Heights, Sunset, St. Mary's, Upper Noe, Day Street? Like, where were you at? You know what I'm saying? So, one of the things I look at around just sports in general is there's certain things, like you're pointing out, places you got to go. This is not a knock on Raider fans who are bitter about the move. I want to go see the Raiders in Vegas.
Yeah.
Because that stadium looks sick.
Yep.
Right?
Stadium looks
nice. Ridiculous. I want to go next year. The Niners are playing the Raiders. My wife's cousin is a Raider season ticket holder. I told him, chalk me up. I'm coming to that game.
Right.
Like I'm going to that game. I absolutely have to go. I've never been to Staples.
Right.
It's on my list.
So I've
How
been to
have
Staples.
I never been to Staples?
Yeah.
You and I went and saw the Forum out in front of SoFi.
Oh, it looks sick.
And I was like, how did I miss out on that?
Dude, the Forum. And then they had the Forum Club sign.
Yes,
Still
sick.
up there. And I'm thinking, like, I'm watching Winning Time. Have you watched Winning Time yet?
It's a very dramatized.
It's ridiculous, but it's funny still. I will still watch it.
And they even give you the disclaimer at the front end.
And then I always
Jerry
go
West
back.
fans are pissed.
Oh, they're pissed. Oh, they're ticked off.
Even Pat
Riley fans are too. But they have the articles where you can go back and read the articles about what's real and what's not real. So that's always cool to watch about Winning Time. Like Tarkanian really did mess with some mobsters there. Well, UNLV, no, I'm not surprised. He was throwing bags to everybody. But you bring up Allegiant, you bring up Staples Center. I saw Staples Center, wasn't impressed, but it was like, it's Staples Center. You got to go. So where's Levi's at? Like, where's Levi's at here? Again, if you're a fan from
let's rank the ones that are here. Let's rank the ones that are here. AT&T Park, to me, is a pilgrimage. There's a lot of people around baseball who say, I got to go and see Oracle Park. It is when you're looking at the template for downtown stadiums that rejuvenated a portion of the city that was decrepit. Is there any better,
example than Oracle Park?
It's the gold standard.
Right. It's the gold standard. The Coke bottle, the glove in the outfield, people love it.
It is.
They love it. Chase Center's starting to become that destination.
It is. And I think it's still in the premature stages because they haven't added statues. They haven't added some of the artwork that you can add.
Wait till they host a playoff series.
Exactly.
They're about to host a playoff series. But when I think of other stadiums that I got to go to, right? PNC Park, Pittsburgh. I've got to get there one time.
That's a good one. I do want to go to that.
I've got to get out there.
I wanted to go to St. Louis because St. Louis is always just a great baseball
Busch
town.
Stadium.
Yeah.
It's St. Louis.
Yes, exactly.
Seeing the arch.
So
I want to take the Nelly photo.
Right.
The Nelly album cover.
Do you want to get the Band-Aid on the eye, too?
Actually, look. Say what you want about Nelly going pop. I thought Nelly spit bars, and I love the way he put on for his city. I can't knock Nelly.
I did see Nelly. I did.
We going downtown. Come on. When that came out, everybody was doing street
come on.
sweeping.
I saw Nelly rocking Dodger uniform, Dodgers gear the other day, batting practice. I was like, come on, Nelly. You're a Cardinals fan. You can't do that. You can't do. The Cardinals can't stand the Dodgers.
I know.
That's a rivalry.
I can't stand the Cardinals.
Right. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM, and HG1 San Francisco, and Odyssey Station. Brought to you by DuckDuckGo, Privacy Simplified. If you're a Niner fan out there, if you love Levi Stadium, what is your sell to come see Levi Stadium?
That's a great question.
What is your sell? How would you sell it, Shasky? If you said, hey, Levi Stadium is a destination, you got to come. Like SoFi Stadium, they sold me on it.
Yeah.
They sold me, hey, we got great concourses, great food, the great scoreboard with the sound system. It's an indoor-outdoor stadium. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's open to where the wind can come in. How would you sell Levi Stadium to somebody?
Whether it's been the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, the Green Bay Packers, over the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of Midwestern city teams come to the Bay Area and play. And this is what I always ask their fans, like, why are you out here? Like, it's obviously you want to see the game, but why else?
Right.
And they all say the same thing. I had to come to California. I wanted to get out of my snowy, cold state and come to sunny California, and then we made a trip of it. You know, we've been here since Wednesday, or we've been here since Thursday, or whatever. We drove up to Napa. We did San Francisco downtown. Maybe we rode in a ferry. Maybe we took a trolley or a cable car or whatever.
Right.
That's the way I'm selling it. But the reality is that you're going to have to switch hotels, or you're going to have to rent a car and do a lot of driving.
Yep.
And that's not the greatest sell. I'm just being real. Like, it's not like if I was going to say go to a Chase Center, you're going to go to a Warrior game downtown. Pretty much outside of going to Napa, everything that you want to do is right there.
Right.
I mean, it's right there in downtown. You can Uber everywhere.
And they're still building around there. They have food trucks down the street. They have big old food court where you can get all kind of different dishes
the food
at the food trucks. Dumpling time
The
is
food at
great.
Chase Center is very, very
good.
good.
Well, they have what they've done at Chase Center was they've implemented the local flavor.
Hot Dog Bill's is bomb.
Dude, Sam's Chowder House.
Yep.
Sam's Chowder House. You don't get no better than that. Some you got the lumpia that's local, the taquerias that are local. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They got the fried
Nate
chicken.
Thurman.
They got the fried chicken, and then they got the Nate Thurman barbecue.
The Nate Thurman barbecue,
which is bomb too.
So when you think about Levi's
brisket,
what's the sell? What's the sell? Like, you're right. The concourse at Levi's, when you think about walking out of Levi's Stadium as opposed to walking out of Chase Center, you don't have any. Like, just take SoFi Stadium. Walking out of SoFi. Yeah. It took me to go across the stadium to meet you after the game. It took Rocco and I 5 minutes to walk out of there.
I know. Well, this is the problem with Levi's. My number one, the location is number one. If my number two is, like, in terms of you're going to stay in that location, okay, get over it. Here's the number one problem that I have with Levi's. There are two primary ways of getting in and out. North side, south side. B, you have to cross a drawbridge, and it bottlenecks for everyone. And then getting out. If you have, like, my grandfather's 85, okay? Right. If you go with anybody who's slow walking or whatever, they get trampled on leaving that stadium. And if there were, if God forbid, there were ever a natural disaster or anything where you needed to evade the stadium immediately and evacuate, I'm sorry, you'd be in trouble. I don't know how they get away with the safety. They have these it's like a ravine or something that goes along. There's like a trough, if you will, and like two drawbridges. And everyone bottlenecks coming out. It takes 15 minutes or more
to get to your car.
Just to walk from the bottom of the stairs into the stadium. It's a nightmare.
So you look at
whoever designed it had never been to a stadium before when 70,000 people are coming out simultaneously.
Michael Hernandez on YouTube. Guys, you have to come see Levi Stadium. There's an In-N-Out on your mile walk to your car. That's pretty good. And here's the thing, football, and this is what I disagree with on for the 408 on the Comcast Business Text line. The walk from Levi's is way better than SoFi. Let me tell you what Papa Shasky did. Papa Shasky found a parking garage.
Yes.
Where he spent, what, $20, $30?
Yeah, worth every penny.
Worth every penny. We parked there, and he's like, we could take the shuttle, or we could walk. And everybody's like, oh, it's a 15-minute walk. We made that walk. We walked down the strip. It was sick. And as you're walking, SoFi's coming into the picture. The Forum coming into the picture. Felt like Candlestick.
It felt like parking off of 3rd Street and walking into Candlestick. And which to me, you're walking into a neighborhood.
You're walking into a neighborhood, and you're walking in to take in for a stadium. And then you see the Forum. That walk took us 15 minutes.
So sick.
You see people selling Niners gear outside of Forum, outside of the Forum and SoFi. So that walk was so much better. Where are you walking from Santa Clara? Where can you even park at and walk to Santa Clara?
I will say this, to be fair, the 49-mile walk or whatever they call it, when you do see that sea of red walking in, it's pretty cool.
Right.
But in October and even in early November, it's like 85 degrees.
Yeah.
And people they got backpacks and everything. They're trying to go in. They're roasted.
They're cooked.
And the thing is, again, if I'm going to the game, I'll walk. I got no problem. But if you're bringing kids or if you're bringing people that maybe struggle to walk and they're in their 70s and 80s or whatever, it's difficult. Yeah. How many little old men and women are the couples that you'll see at the game, and the little old guy, and you're like, where did this guy park? Miles away. And they're exhausted before they even get into the stadium.
It's not cool. It's not cool. They need a cart service or something at Levi Stadium. 510 Comcast Business Text line. Man, when are you going to take the morning rush on the road and hit up some breakfast spots across the bay? I love when the previous morning show did that. We will get back on the road soon. COVID-19 and the pandemic, it's kind of backed everything up and put that on ice. So we will get back out there on the road at some point.
The most underrated, because I don't think it gets enough love, the most underrated venue in the Bay Area, in my opinion, because in terms of atmosphere and the walk up, getting off of BART and walking to Memorial Stadium for a football game at Cal is
Not bad.
as on a Saturday afternoon. You're sweaty as hell going up that hill.
Right.
There's no other way.
Not just one hill.
Oh, it's all hill.
It's all incline.
Hill.
You're inclined the whole way up.
It's all hill. But it's a really fun, it's something everyone should do one time. I like Stanford Stadium. It's a lot of fun. I don't think the ambiance around the stadium is what Memorial Stadium is. Memorial's cool, man.
I just don't know why the Niners. Yeah,
and
no.
you look back at
the bay.
from Tightwad Hill, looking over the bay as the sun is dropping.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Come on.
It's beautiful.
It's sick.
No doubt. Look, man, I'm Denker on YouTube saying, hey, man, Bonta, you've been saying build at the Cal Palace. I thought the Cal Palace is done. It's decrepit. It's old. You got the drive-in theater there. There's so much land right there. And if it's technically Brisbane, talk to Brisbane about it. You got Geneva that is four lanes wide on each side.
280 and 101 access, which gives you multiple ways of getting out.
I think when Jed went to Chase Center last Sunday watching the Spurs game, and he drove up and saw Chase Center.
After going to SoFi in the
NFC Championship. And what's going on at Oracle Park with the San Francisco Giants? How could you take that team out of San Francisco? How?
I don't know.
How?
Well, and here's the thing that I will say now that it's really been emphasized to me. If you told, because basically they did a GoFundMe. I mean, essentially, when you do a PSL, you're doing a GoFundMe from your fans. Help us finance a stadium. We'll get a loan based off you guys investing a bunch of money. If you told Niner fans, we are going to build a crown jewel somewhere closer to San Francisco, my theory has always been if it was before 92, between 92 and the city, 92, you'd have access to 280 and 101. It would be much more palatable for most fans. You've cut off the 707 fan going to Levi's. You've cut off anybody coming from Sacramento that they don't want to put that extra hour and a half ride in. If you could build now with all of the go back to home, we're not going back to offices, and we thought that the city was going to be office. Niner fans would fund a new stadium if you told them today. Bonta, if I told you right now, hey, you got 10 years, 15 years to pay off $10,000 to help bring the Niners back to San Francisco for a PSL, you're telling me you wouldn't buy in?
Man, it'd be tough not to. If
there's one thing that I would love to see happen, I would love to crusade the Niners building a rightful home in the rightful city of their birthplace in the city of San Francisco.
Unfortunately, we're probably 15 years away from that.
Hey, if the Braves can build 3 and 20, why can't the Niners?
They had Turner Field for the Olympics. They renovated that, and of course now what they have Truett Field or Truett Park, whatever it's called, in the suburbs of Atlanta. Rod Higgins now with the front office of the Atlanta Hawks. Let's get into some Warriors and Hawks. Rod Higgins will join us on the other side, plus shameless shout-outs. Shameless shout-outs at 7:45. Shout out whatever you want to shout out. Your business, your home, your dog, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. You want to shout out the pavement in front of your crib. Do that. Shameless shout-outs coming up at 7:45, brought to you by Evergreen College. 7:45, start to line them up. Rod Higgins coming up as we talk a little Dubs and Hawks on the Morning Roast.